Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and this is episode 27 of my series in which I will try to collect a billion iron ingots. In today's episode, I am going to upgrade my power system and my lasers that I have in my basement near bedrock. Now, the first thing that I need to do is make some speed modifiers right here. And I'm going to want 4 of those because my current laser rig can handle 4 of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug that in, but first I need to make some blocks of gold. Okay, let's just grab gold because chisel is in my way. And there we go. We have a block of gold. Now let's try this again. Speed modifier. And then we can plug that in. And let's automatically make these up. And it shouldn't take but just a second to get all these done. We do still have some spare mica here, which is nice. Right now we are going to plug these in and see how much power they take. I'm kind of anticipating that we're gonna be a little short on power as we are right now, but that's okay. So to do this, we just need to get rid of these null modifiers. And now the laser is not showing, so it is not working. And then plug these bad boys in, and it should start up again. There we go. Now let's decrease this and see at what point we start getting a loss. Of course, my turbine itself can only make, I think, about 10,000 RF per tick. I think it's between 10 and 11,000. Okay, let's see here. Okay, wow. I really thought it would use more than that, but apparently it's only using somewhere between, I don't know, 500 or so. Actually, we can narrow this down. Somewhere between, nope, wrong button. Still down, still down. It looks like we're really close to 900 RF per tick, which actually is a lot better than I really planned it would be. I think I'm still going to go ahead with my plan of upgrading my power system, but that's good to know that this thing is only using about 900 RF per tick. I really have no idea how much this is using, but it's definitely not very much. Cool. So, I will be back in a little bit after I grab a whole bunch of stuff to upgrade my power system over here, because we're going to be overhauling the reactor, and we're going to be building, I think, just one more turbine for this episode, but in the future we will be building even more. So I will be right back after a little bit. Now, I'm actually going to keep the existing turbine as is. However, I am going to expand the reactor and build a turbine right beside the existing turbine. So, while we are upgrading the reactor, we actually may encounter a power shortage, and that is because earlier I underestimated the power draw of my upgraded laser system here. I had this marked down all the way to 1,000, and I was like, okay, it's good. It's not drawing extra power. What I failed to account for was the 2 million RF buffer that the Void Ore Miner controller has on its own. It was just depleting the buffer, and this was not depleting. Once the buffer became depleted, this started to go down and deplete as well. So I figured my power draw is somewhere close to about 3,000 RF per tick right now on this particular laser, and that's all good for now, so I'm just gonna leave that as is. But while I am upgrading my reactor, like I said, I may run out of power to my applied energistic system, and that's because our buffer right here is completely empty. We are using all the power that we are producing right now, which is not completely ideal, but at least we are not wasting yellow right in the reactor here. However, we are going to need to be careful as we upgrade, as we need to get everything out of our applied energistic system that we will need to upgrade the reactor, because our applied energistic system may actually be down for a while as we upgrade this reactor. Once we start tearing apart this reactor, this turbine over here will start to lose RPMs and it will produce less and less power. So that is the reason for that. So let's just grab a bunch of stuff. I have crafted up, I think, everything that I will need. I'm really hoping it's everything I need. And we will get started by jumping up on top and breaking stuff. The first thing we need to grab are the ender buckets. Oh, I see what's going on here. My pick is terrible. What I'm actually gonna do is, actually, you know what? Just, yeah, that works. And you can hear the resonant ender going berserk on the items that fell in, as it transports things, like throwing an ender pearl might. Now, as you can see, I actually have upgraded this reactor a little bit since last time I showed you. Earlier, I had a column of electrum over here, and we had ender everywhere else. However, I know graphite is a better material, and so I put graphite down the middle because it is what is known as a really good moderator. And between two fuel rods, if you put good moderators for the reactor, then you will see increased efficiency. Now, how I'm going to tear these guys out, because I am going to reorient how the imports and exports are done as far as the fuel and the waste. So that looks pretty good, but we do need to get rid of this. I should be more careful around this because I really don't want to break the turbine there, because I may lose touch with my applied energistic system at some point. Where I really need to grab this. We can toss this for now. And do we have, yes. How we're going to do the access, let's do it right here. We're gonna do it in the floor, and we're going to have the buses import and export directly from these guys. So this can be the out, that can be the in. We won't need a chest, and we won't need transfer nodes. So it'll cut down on some of that, which is always nice. Now let's get building, because that's what we're here for. And we will take this all the way almost against the wall here, I think. Yeah. Sorry, I needed to orient myself there. And then we'll just take this over. It's gonna, the width is gonna remain the same here, which is nice. And instead of having 2 fuel rods, I'm gonna have 3 in the updated reactor. Shoot. Nice aim there. I probably shouldn't have done that because I'm just gonna, yeah. Oh well. So this shouldn't take too long here, because most of it, my goodness, I cannot aim to save my life. Okay, so that's the more difficult version, or part there. Now we can grab this and do something like this. And we can get rid of the chest and the transfer nodes a little bit later. But for right now, we can just leave them there. They're not in the way of anything. And so I think it's this one right here is where we will need, nope, 1, 2, 3. It's right, yeah, it's right here. I'm having a hard time counting and I don't know why. Shoot, and I messed up. Good. That could have been bad, because I didn't grab these guys and I needed these guys. I also need my wrench. I need this. Yes. Because we need to swap that. And now back to the wand. Okay, now we have most of that done. Let's glass up this side here as well. And then the controller can be right here. So it's pretty easily accessible. And then like that. Let's put our ladder right here. Shoot. I was gonna say I really need the rest of my ladder, man. And I'm still missing a piece of it. It might have been teleported away. Oh well. I'll go. Oh my goodness. There we go. Okay, up she goes. Okay, now up here we need to center our control rods here, so we can put them here and there. And that should work pretty well. And now we can complete our glass on top. And after we get that done, we shall start working on the inside of this reactor. I don't think it'll form out up without the actual fuel rods in there. I didn't think it would, but there was a chance in my mind that it actually would. And I forgot to grab more ender buckets. Shoot. Let's say 10. I don't actually need 10 more, but that will work well. Now let's dive in here and get to work after taking a little fall damage. I didn't grab my goodness, I forgot everything apparently, because I forgot my graphite. Okay, now the first thing we need to do is lay the fuel rods in the graphite. The fuel rods will just go under the control rods like so, and graphite's going to go in between the fuel rods. So don't actually need very much graphite here. And then we can just hop, skip, and jump our way out. Technically it should form up if I do that. It does, which is nice to know. Let's see if our ender buckets are done. They are. So I can get rid of the outside components here because we're done with those. We're done with graphite. Now we just need this. Let's see here. I'm actually going to come back with a better pick because this pick is terrible. So I will be back here in a few minutes. And I'm back. Let's take a look at how far this thing has spun down. So it's barely producing anything. I'm really surprised my applied energistic system is still on, because we are not producing very much power, and at this point the system draws a decent amount of power. Unfortunately for me, this thing does not work a whole lot better than the iron pick. I don't think it works any better. I don't know why, but the hammer works really well for this glass. And I'm actually gonna... No. Well, that makes things more difficult. I didn't want to do that. Okay. This is gonna be a little bit more complicated to lay out the ender here, but we should be all right. We'll need some... So we'll need, I think, 12 buckets, and no, we don't have 12. We need 14, not 12. My bad. I forgot about the center rod here. Okay, we're almost done with breaking the glass. This is kind of unfortunate because I'm going to have to improvise here. We'll need one there. one here. There. And right here. And I'm really kind of hoping that I can recover all my glass. I don't know that it's super promising that I will, which is going to complicate this a little bit. Okay, let's see here. Because I actually need to form up my reactor and start it as is, so I can get the rest of my ender buckets because of poor planning and such. I'm actually going to be a few short anyways. Shoot. Well, while we're here, we might as well do the rest of our ender buckets that we actually have. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 8.5, 5. Where might the other ones be? Let me guess. In here. No, they're not. Where be ye? They could be in the basement, I guess. Well, that was terrible. Not in the basement. Oh my goodness. Okay, how might we get this system running with our 600 RF? What we might be able to do is say goodbye to you, and then say goodbye to this right here. Okay, what? Nope, that's wrong. I need to say goodbye to that. And then we need this back. And then we need to run out here. Okay, we have it working. Had it working. Actually, what I can do is this. Okay, what I really need is turbine glass. That's the first thing I need. I'm just buying myself a little bit of buffer here. Because it's still trying. Come on. I believe in you. Apparently you don't believe in me, though. Shoot. Batteries. I have batteries. Let's try that. Let's go steal a battery. Because we have a battery in the basement. I really hope it has some juice left. Nope. It does. It does. Cool. That'll work. That should work. Now we just have to plop this guy down next to the controller. And we should be able to access our system. Now this is... I was trying to prevent all this crap when... Actually, let's not change it. Let's put it right here. I was trying to prevent this whole running around thing earlier by grabbing everything I needed, and it didn't work. Okay, so let's grab this back. I think I have everything I need. If I don't, hopefully it still has a little bit of power left for me. Okay, let's climb. Oh, I almost fell in that hole. Not cool, man. Okay, just a few more. Oh my goodness. Nope, that's the wrong spot. And then we can glass that over. I probably shouldn't have done that, because that's hard to destroy. Okay, last two. About time. Okay, good. We have all of them placed. Let's form this up and start the reactor. Well, that was smart. That was dumb. I'm trying to grab some yellowite because I need some. As of right now, I don't know if the reactor has... It's gonna produce way too much. I had the old one at, I think, like 60%, so I'm gonna guess something like 70% will be about right. This reactor is gonna be considerably more efficient than the old one was. I might not have enough throttle there. Okay, I need to... Yeah, this is broken. Need to reattach that. And then this is the end. That should work. And then we can just get this up and running. And I kind of want to run it right here, just to be a little bit more efficient here. Okay, good. I was hoping I had enough, and I wasn't completely sure that I did. And then this guy needs to export yellowite, and the other one needs to import the trash. I don't know where it went. There it is. Good. Okay, so that should all work, I hope. Let's see here. She's heating up, which means I have a little bit too much throttle. That's probably not enough. So let's do one at a time. Let's try 75 for right now. The next thing I need to do in this episode, or want to do anyways, is... Oh my... Oh, come on, fire up. Is I want to build another turbine here. And I think I'm going to have to wait a little while for this guy to spin up. Oh, it's not connected, that's why. Duh. I'm actually going to connect everything back up real fast, and then I'm going to wait for the turbine to spin up. That way I can get back to my applied energistic system and get all my stuff that I need for the turbine. So I will be back in just a bit. And I'm back. I'm really hoping this turbine won't take too much to build. It's going to be the exact same format, except my coils are going to be better on this one. I've chosen to use Enderium blocks because I now have enough ender, or I can make enough ender to make those blocks. So I'm pretty excited about that because that's going to increase my efficiency a little bit. It's also going to increase my total output, so that's nice. And to set this guy up, it shouldn't be too difficult here. It helps that we can lean on what we already have built. No. Look at me waste all my time. My goodness. Aim is hard. Okay. We almost have the frame done. And now let's start setting down these specialty blocks. Controller goes here. What's nice about this setup is that one conduit can connect to both the turbines there, so that's always nice. And then this right here, this is pretty neat too. Darn. I got rid of my wrench again, even though like last time I did the exact same thing. Now we can start putting down these guys. And this shouldn't be too bad. Because of that little tool, the builder's wand. Oh, there we go. And then over here. See, building turbines isn't so bad. It's actually rather quick if you have everything ready. And I can't remember, to be honest, how much power this thing's gonna make, but it's gonna be a decent amount more than what we are making now. See, look at that. Bam. So fast. And hopefully... Oh, what'd I mess up? Uh-oh. Oh, I know what I messed up. This guy right here. It has to be one of these guys right here. Okay, let's turn her on. I really am not sure how much this is going to take, but I am pretty sure that it's under, say, 1500. Because the top tier block, from my memory, it needs about 1440 or 1540. Now I can't remember which. Clearly this thing needs to be pumped up though. We need a little bit more throttle here. Let's try 50. Because this one's going to use more than that one did. So I'm kind of thinking... Yeah, we're still not making enough, I don't think. Let's try about 5% more. Actually, let's do a little bit more. Let's try 43. Ow. Okay, good. We're making a slight surplus here. Our turbine's spinning. That's good. And we're producing some nice power already. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do in this episode, the last thing I'm going to do in this episode, is I'm going to go back downstairs and I am going to upgrade. And I'm mixing all my things around. I'm going to upgrade my laser system one more time this episode. I'm kind of to the point to where I am going to be upgrading my laser systems a lot. The first thing I'm going to do is, this is actually a real simple upgrade. I'm going to take this and I'm going to replace it. Just outright replace it with, let me see here. I already have it made. A tier 2 void resource miner. And then I'm going to replace the rig I have, my other rig over there. I'm going to completely rip it up and replace it with a tier 3 void ore miner. Oh no, not this again. I might have to build complete new rigs. So apparently every time I restart the server, it nullifies the owners of these things and I can't get rid of them. So that's really a bummer. That's really, really a pain. I wonder if there's some sort of fix for that. But I guess for right now, I'm just going to build a tier 3 void ore miner. And I need a lens, I guess. And let's grab... Okay, this needs to be 13 by 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. and it will be one taller than that, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, it'll be 5 up. So it should be right here. This is kind of rubbing me the wrong way that these things won't break. I'm gonna hope that this is gonna be big enough here. So let's dig this out. Okay, let's get building. Okay, let's hop on the block. I'm not sure if there's any sort of method to how this builds. I clearly didn't make this quite big enough. Let's see here. I hope something like this solves, because there's a few more blocks that have not been laid down yet. Let's see. It looks like it's functional now. That's good. And we have all speed upgrades in. So now what we are going to do is we're going to throw this guy down here. And she's going to drink some power, but that's okay. Gonna grab these guys. We also have another energy cell and a conversion kit. We're almost all done for the episode. So we'll just shoot. And I forgot my items. You know, the thing that it's making. Okay, that's power. Now nope, let's not get rid of those. Those are expensive. Still. And this will be out over here. Let's upgrade it. And now we need item duct. We don't need 100, but if we make 100, that'll do. Now we need, let's just go with the chest for right now. We may or may not, nope, yep, hang on. Come on. The system isn't smart enough to substitute on its own, but it can through the use of human intervention if the pattern allows for it. When you make the pattern, you can allow substitutions or not. So hopefully, it looks like we're getting stuff pretty fast through this thing. I'm not sure how much power it's using, but yeah, it's making a lot of stuff. And since we upgraded our power supply, we should be good on power. So I'm pretty happy. In today's episode, I upgraded my laser system twice, both at the beginning of the episode and at the end of the episode. And I also upgraded my power generation by expanding my reactor and adding another turbine. And that system should produce about 2.5 or 2.25 times as much power as I had before. So I'm pretty happy with that. As of right now, we have about 25,000 iron ingots, which is a pretty good improvement over last episode. We're getting there. We're starting to get to the point where I should get more and more stuff rather quickly. So I'm excited about the expansion coming up, and hopefully we'll start to see some real results real soon. This is Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.